Hi there, I'm Dr. LaQuita J, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You all right? In this session, I want to talk about time blocking. This is something that I didn't know I was doing, but was doing in a sense. Being in pharmacy school, you have these, well, it's in school journal, you have classes, right? Um, and it was something I didn't even say pharmacy school. I would say this probably something I started undergrad. But anywho, I digress. It's when you have classes, right, and you block out time for this class, but it's also one of those things of I don't know. Someone has said like for each hour instruction, you need so many hours of studying, and I had devised a schedule where it was like that. It was one of the things where I'll block out time. Say okay, so I only had like how many hours per week I can actually study, and then I'll block off time according to those hours. And that was my thing of time blocking. But before I go into all this, you might ask yourself, what is time blocking, right? So time blocking is a strategic scheduling format that enhances productivity by segmenting your day into specific blocks of time. Each block is dedicated to a particular task, activity, um, injecting clarity, intention, essential boundaries into your workday is that particular time. And you heard I said right, boundaries. That's so instead of like reacting to tasks as they arise, blocking helps to like foster a deliberate and structured approach, allowing you to dwell in focus, deep work with distractions. So that's kind of what time blocking is. That's the political um, political definition. However, it's lyrical. I said lyrical. Child, me and the word fumble. It's okay. Anywho, time blocking is exactly, simply put, it's just basically periods of time you have designated. You have just designated periods of time that you name. So there are different types of time blocking. One is the traditional time blocking, where you like again you divide your day into specific blocks of time, and you assign a particular task for it. So, for instance, block of time is I'm going to work like your job, actual employment job. You're going to work. Then it may be class. I'm going to go to um, let's see, child's can't think of a class. Child, chemistry if you're in undergrad, pharmacy school, calculations class. Let's do that. It'll be that one. So just treat like a particular task. It's like basically your pre-planned schedule in a sense, or a fixed time slots, or like it's the thing of saying that I only can do this particular task. A task like this is the task where I'm going to block off time to where this is going to be my study time. I'm going to block off time, like I said, for boundaries where I'm not going. For me, I don't talk to anyone before 8 a.m. I don't talk to you and this my me time. Actually, probably 9 a.m., but I just say I do 8 just in case there's an emergency. But it's like a time block. That's traditional things of a specific task. Another one is called the Pomodoro technique, and this is something that we implement. We often use for Make It Happen Mondays. The Pomodoro technique is basically a modification of like short focused intervals followed by brief breaks. And you have already been, if you've been in school, you are, well, especially collegiates. You've been to any type of collegiate school, whether it's community college, undergrad, graduate, it's school. Um, More so, even sometimes I would say even high school do this. I can't really think. It's been so long ago. I know I'm sure my age. Anywho, I don't care. Anywho, but the time we were in class, so those 50 minutes, those 50-minute time periods for class, that's Pomodoro technique. It can be used in a 10-minute break. That's a Pomodoro technique. That's a section. So that's definitely one. And like I said, on every Monday, we're making it happen on Mondays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We use it. Feel free to join us. It's live on YouTube every single time. And if that's not, we always give you a notice. The third type is going to be energy management time blocking, and that's i.e. that peak energy that I just told you about. That, yes, so if you haven't watched the video, go back and watch the video about how to schedule how to create your ideal schedule time, and it's during peak energy. So your energy time management that aligns with your energy levels. If you're an early bird, schedule you want to schedule the main task in the morning. If you want to do less intense activities in the afternoon. If you are a night owl, you want to schedule your less intense tasks in the afternoon. You're probably not a morning person, but then you want to do your heavy intense, your demanding tasks in the afternoon, well, the nighttime, because you're a night owl, right? And it's also the fourth type is the time theming. And time theming is all about assigning specific themes or categories to different time blocks. For instance, if you are a morning person, you might designate it for creative work. Afternoons, you want to designate that for your meetings, because and then, or you want to do evenings for learning. You just designate a specific task or a specific theme for that particular time. For instance, let's see, time theming. Like I said, afternoon meetings. For me, when I was studying for the Naplex, it was more so I knew after 1 o'clock, like I eat, and it's just like I get this little slump. So that'll be the time where I like to watch videos and take notes. There'll be a time where I like to do math, because it's just something I can do and just listen to music or something, just execute. Because I don't know why, but I understand math. I don't like it like I used to, but I just understand it. Because I guess at one point I used to like it. I think that's it. I don't know. It's weird. I digress. And the fifth kind of time blocking is batching. So where you group similar tasks and dedicate specific blocks to complete them at once. Like for me, I try to allocate 1 hour. Running 1 hour. Let me stop lying. It's not an hour. I want to do an hour. However, I dedicate 15 minutes in the morning to tackle emails and 15 minutes in the afternoon. That's like I'm going to batch task or time block for that. I'm going to check all my emails. For you, it could be something that's in batching time blocking would be a sense of, okay, I'm going to use this time. I'm going to read all my notes. I'm going to read all the book, read all the chapters. This is the reading time. This time I'm going to write all the notes for this particular chapter. So whenever I read, I'm just going to read. Just read to understand. And then the next time I look at it, I'm going to write. There could be a sense of batch working. Batch time blocking. So why does time blocking work? Time blocking safeguards two invaluable resources: time and focus. By encouraging mindful allocation of your time, you optimize your working hours. It prompts for exclusive focus on a task at a time, and it reduces a lot of multitasking and context switching in a sense. So that's one definite thing. Another other advantages of time blocking is it promotes like flow state. You facilitate a mental state of flow, focusing on a focus and operating at a maximum efficiency. You also minimize distractions. It's the opposite of multitasking, where time blocking allows concentration to effort on a single task, a more mental bandwidth for like the current focus. Then you also have a sense of control. Time blocking empowers you to gain control of your day rather than improvising. It fosters like true planning and decision making in long term. And it really does. So all that, look, now you have learned and got equipped up. Let's talk about how you're going to implement time blocking. So first thing is always identify your tasks. If you haven't already, like, hey, let's identify what we want to do. If you want to go back into what kind of tasks to be done, I have so many videos you can reference. Habits versus routine. You can go back in that, how what habits you need to do, how to prioritize your task list, the I'm so sorry, I'm trying to think of it, but it's the 3 prioritization techniques. I'll link the video below because I fumbled it, but it's okay. So you want to identify the tasks. Like, try to list, especially those things of, look at those tasks are, some tasks are repeated. What tasks do you perform every single week? For me, 4 days past the Naplex, there's a weekly group coaching call. So that's a task I perform every single week. So when it comes to time blocking, I block that time out. And it's also a time where, even in the times when we're on a break and we having a cohort, I still block out time for it. It'll still be 40 days to pass the Naplex coaching call. It'll just be sort of the time I'm actually coaching. There'll be times where I'm connected with clients, seeing how they're doing, catching up. So it's always time to block for coaching, no matter what. That's step one, identify your tasks. 2 is break your day up. Divide your typical workday into shorter blocks of time, incorporating breaks. So again, consider your energy levels. Go watch peak level, create your ideal study schedule, the peak energy levels. Look into that, your time commitments. Like, break your day up. What does that look like? What's the time where you know you need a break? You can work. Figure that out. But also, too, you want to make sure you allocate time for flexibility. Like, life on life, unexpected events are going to happen, and you just have to be prepared for it. So you want to make sure that you allocate time for it as well. So it's a thing of flexible time, saying that be realistic with yourself and say, okay, I can read this book in an hour. Read this chapter in an hour, but you're probably a slow reader. Reader is not your thing. Reading is not your thing, and you're a slow reader, and that's totally fine. So guess what? Just double the time. Instead of saying I'm gonna do it 1 hour, give yourself 2 hours. So you got flexible time. Or if you say, hey, math, I'm gonna do math for an hour a day, but math just not your thing. Practicing calculations is not it. So you want to make sure, like, again, double the time. You want to do it too much? Add 30 minutes onto it. Add 15. Just give yourself some time so you can know what works best for you. And step 4 is going to be always review your plan. Like, we want to really see, like, what works. It's not, I'm going to create this and it's going to happen. It's going to adjust, and it adjusts a lot. Like, real time thing of me being, I'm a morning person. I'm gonna get up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna work out. I literally get up at 5, work out, and when I have my quiet time, breakfast and all of that, go walk my dog, and I try to do all those things, right? But honestly, I realized it was like a to-do list, like check for me. And I'm in a space and in a season where that's just not gonna work out for me. So I have to figure out what works best for me. So instead of, and I still have a lot to do. Like, my schedule is more demanding than ever at this current time, and I have to maximize my peak energy hours. I already said that I'm a morning person. My peak energy is at 5. So guess what I have to start doing? I have to start now saying, okay, well, let me switch that. Let me get my demanding tasks, things I know I need to be doing. Let me do that in the morning, and then I'll come back. One thing, like, I still do quiet time, but working out, no. And it's also another thing too. I'm about to tell y'all my business, but we friends, right? We colleagues, right? Okay. So one thing is, like, it's just a season where, and then I can be a stress eater, so I just start eating so much. I'm a stress eater, and I'll just start, like, trying to eat my feelings. So it's one of those things of, I had to make the executive decision, like, no, we're going to do. We're going to utilize our peak energy hours, get some stuff done, and then those, like, after a long day, I just want that filling meal that helped me cope. I was like, we'll go work out then. That's where we'll shift the energy. Instead of just coping with food, we'll go work out, get some new energy, then we'll eat. So that's like my new routine, my time blocking. So I had to figure out what works best for me, because honestly, it wasn't working anymore. And I just had to be honest with myself. Like, things are just not working. And that's okay. But I just had to be honest with myself as well. So I'll say to you, be honest with yourself. But if it didn't work this month, try it for a week, 2 weeks. Even try for a month and see if it does not work. Just rework your system, rework your plan. Because I know I had, like I said, in this season, I'm like, I'm going to do that. No. We're going to execute work because I have to maximize my peak energy time. I'm more like my time is more demanding than ever. So many factors. Life is life and over here, but we still trying to, we're not still trying. We are staying focused and we are moving forward. We are soaring in 2024, no matter what. We are soaring in 2024, honey, no matter what. We are soaring in 2024. I'm not playing this year. I don't care what's going on, what's happening. I'm refusing to let it affect, maximize the time that I have and make it happen. So, okay, look, that's all. Let me stop because I'll start preaching on y'all. But until next time, like this video. Like this video. Comment, subscribe. Like, I want to know. Look, which type, it's different types of time blocking, which type of time blocking spoke to you, how you gonna implement it, okay, like how you plan to implement this. I'm really excited. Make sure you stay tuned because the next section I'm actually gonna put all this together and really show you like how I not only show you how I put my morning routine together because I'm a morning person, so I'm gonna do routines. I'm trying to really start a night routine, but that ain't necessarily my thing. But I need to make sure I do like at least have a night routine to prepare me for the next day. So I'm going to show you how to put the routine together, what the peak energy hour looks like, this time block, and put it all together on the calendar, and how I set my calendar up. Okay. Look. Make sure you stay tuned. Next section. Okay. But until next time, remember, pharmacists unlimited. You are now. Go be great.